In the heart of Evergreen Village, snow fell gently, turning the square into a magical wonderland. Children skated on the frozen pond, their laughter echoing through the air, while the giant Christmas tree sparkled with golden lights. Everyone felt the magic of Christmas approaching. In Santa's workshop deep in the forest, Lenny, the smallest elf, worked diligently in his little corner. He had dreams of one day flying with Santa. His corner was filled with drawings of Santa's sleigh and reindeer, each one filled with his hopeful imagination. The elves bustled around Santa's sleigh, polishing it until it gleamed. The reindeer nibbled on magical hay that gave them strength to fly. Above, the night sky shimmered with an aurora, adding to the excitement in the air. The path to Santa's workshop was hidden, winding through snow-dusted trees. Lanterns glowed softly, lighting the way. Only those with pure hearts could find this magical path. In the center of the workshop stood the great book of Nice and Naughty. It glowed with magic, listing every child's name. Santa opened it, and together, he and Lenny checked each name. Every child deserves a little magic, Santa said with a smile. The reindeer stables were a wonder to behold, made of carved wood and frosted glass. They glowed with enchantment. The reindeer, with their glowing antlers, rested peacefully, ready for the big night ahead. That evening, Santa gathered the elves around the fireplace. "Tonight, we bring joy to the world," he said. The elves listened wide-eyed, inspired by Santa's warmth and kindness. The toy assembly line buzzed with activity. Elves crafted toys, adding final touches with sparkling magic. Each toy was special, filled with love and care. Santa approached Lenny with a glowing snow globe. "This will guide us to the most magical house in Evergreen Village. Tonight, you'll ride with me," Santa said. The other elves watched in awe as Lenny's dream was coming true. Before the big night, Lenny practiced flying in a small sleigh pulled by the gentle reindeer. Snowflakes swirled around him, and his heart raced with excitement and nervousness. At midnight, Santa and Lenny climbed into the fully loaded sleigh. From a snowy hilltop, they looked up at the twinkling stars. With a jingle of bells, they soared into the night sky. The sleigh soared high above cities and oceans. Lights twinkled below, and Lenny marveled at the beauty of the world. "Every home, every child, so much magic," he whispered. Flying over Evergreen Village, Lenny saw it blanketed in snow. Each house glowed softly, peaceful and still. It was a moment he would never forget. Their first stop was Emma's house. The living room was cozy, with a crackling fireplace. Emma slept soundly, dreaming of Christmas morning. Lenny carefully placed a glowing gift under the tree. It shimmered with golden light, filled with the magic of dreams. A curious kitten woke up and padded over to Lenny. He smiled and gave it a gentle pat. The kitten purred, sensing the magic. House by house, they left gifts under trees, each one more beautifully decorated than the last. Soft sparkles of magic filled each room. At the village orphanage, children slept in bunk beds. Santa and Lenny left extra gifts and sprinkled magical dust that filled the room with dreams of joy. As they flew back to the North Pole, the sleigh left a trail of sparkling snowflakes. The stars seemed to shine brighter, as if the world knew the magic had been delivered. Back at the workshop, the elves cheered, warm fires crackled, and hot cocoa was shared. Lenny's heart was full of joy. He had made Christmas magical for so many. Later that night, Lenny stood outside, looking up at the stars. He made a wish for every child to feel the magic of Christmas in their hearts. As they watched, the North Star shone brighter than ever, a symbol of the magic and love spread that night. And from that moment on, every Christmas felt a little more magical in Evergreen Village.
Once upon a time, in the vast blue ocean, there lived a little baby shark named Benny. Benny was known for his playful spirit and curious nature. As Christmas approached, the ocean buzzed with joy and excitement. Benny and his friends Sammy the starfish and Timmy the turtle gathered to discuss their Christmas plans. "I've heard tales about the magical North Pole," said Benny, his eyes wide with wonder. Sammy wiggled her arms in excitement and added, "I bet the North Pole is full of glittery snow and twinkling lights." "And don't forget about Santa," said Timmy, adjusting his little green shell. The friends decided to embark on a magical journey to the North Pole. With a twinkle of excitement in their hearts, they swam through coral reefs and crossed vast stretches of open water, guided by the glow of the moon. Along the way, they met jolly dolphins, friendly whales, and schools of fish who all wished them a merry journey. Finally, they reached the North Pole, and it was more magical than they had ever imagined. Snowflakes fell gently from the sky, and the ground sparkled under 1,000 fairy lights. Polar bears chuckled heartily, and elves, in their colorful outfits, busily prepared gifts for Christmas Eve. At Santa Workshop, Benny and his friends met Santa Claus himself. He was just as jolly and kind as they had heard. "Welcome, my ocean friends," Santa greeted them with a warm smile. The friends nodded enthusiastically and helped the elves prepare toys, wrap presents, and decorate the grand Christmas tree with shimmering ornaments. Benny, Sammy, and Timmy sang Christmas songs with Santa, filling the workshop with joyful melodies. As they worked together, the friends discovered the true meaning of Christmas. Realizing how much their families back in the ocean meant to them, they decided to return home and celebrate with an even bigger Christmas party. With Santa blessings and a sleigh full of gifts, Benny, Sammy, and Timmy waved goodbye to their friends at the North Pole and swam back to their ocean home. There, they threw a splendid Christmas party full of laughter, joy, and the true spirit of the holidays. And so, Benny the baby shark and his friends learned that the best part of Christmas was not the glittery snow or the twinkling lights, but the warm hugs and laughter shared with the ones they love.
One crisp December morning in Radiator Springs, the dazzling red race car, Lightning McQueen, woke up excited. It was Christmas Eve, and he had a thrilling idea to make this Christmas unforgettable. He decided to embark on an adventure with his best friends. McQueen revved his engine with joy, ready to spread holiday cheer and create magical memories. First, he zoomed over to Mater's tow yard, where his best buddy Mater lived. Mater, the rusty yet spirited tow truck, was getting ready for the season. Mater was tangled in colored lights and humming Christmas carols. "Hey, Mater, ready for an exciting Christmas adventure?" McQueen asked, flashing his headlights. "You betcha. Buddy, let me just untangle from this here mess," Mater replied, chuckling. Together, they invited Sally, the elegant blue Porsche who ran the Cozy Cone Motel, and Doc Hudson, the wise old X-race car, who now enjoyed the serenity of small-town life. They wanted this festive journey to be special for everyone in Radiator Springs. "Let's make sure Radiator Springs has the best Christmas ever," Sally chirped. Their first stop was at Cozy Cone Motel, where they picked up Sally. She had been busy decorating the motel with candy cane lane lights, making the entire place shine like a winter wonderland. With everyone in tow, they decided to head for Ornament Valley, where the majestic hills were capped with snow and chirping birds sang festive tunes. "This looks like the perfect place to gather pine cones and find the biggest pine tree to decorate in town," exclaimed Doc Hudson. That evening, as they gathered around the enormous pine tree adorned with twinkling lights. As the day went on, they collected pine cones, found the grandest tree, and created the most beautiful decorations. They laughed and raced, leaving joyful trails in the snow. Snowflakes began to gently fall. All the cars of Radiator Springs joined them, singing carols and sharing hugs. Lightning McQueen felt a warm glow in his engine. It was not just the speed of racing that fueled him, but the warmth of friendship and community. And so, with hearts full of joy and laughter echoing through Radiator Springs, they knew this was a Christmas to remember. Lightning McQueen realized that adventures with friends were the true magic of the holiday season. Blippi was bursting with excitement because Christmas was just around the corner. He invited his friends, Meeka the monkey, Oliver the owl, and Benny the bear, to join him on a very special Christmas adventure. Together, they were determined to find the most magical Christmas tree in the entire enchanted forest. Their adventure began on a crisp, snowy morning. The group bundled up in their warmest clothes, with Blippi leading the way. They laughed and sang Christmas carols, their voices echoing through the frosty air. As they entered the enchanted forest, Meeka the monkey swung from the branches, checking for any signs of sparkling lights or magical glow. Oliver the owl soared high above, scouting for any twinkling stars that might lead them to their destination, while Benny the bear plodded steadily, occasionally stopping to admire the beauty of the snowflakes catching at his fur. After a while, they took a short break near a frozen pond. Blippi suggested a quick snowball fight, and soon everyone was ducking and diving, their laughter soaring into the sky. But then, Oliver spotted a glimmer far off in the distance. "Look over there," he hooted excitedly. "I see something shimmering." With renewed energy, they hurried towards the glimmering light. As they drew closer, they found a clearing where the most beautiful Christmas tree stood. It was taller than any of them had imagined, with branches that sparkled like diamonds under the winter sun. Delighted, they worked together to decorate the tree. Meeka climbed high to hang shiny ornaments. Oliver flew loops with glittering tinsel. Benny carefully placed colorful presents at the base, and Blippi set the star on top with a flourish. As evening fell, they gathered around the radiant tree, admiring their handiwork. Just then, snowflakes began to fall gently, and the sight of the tree under the snowfall was even more magical than they had imagined. "This really is the perfect Christmas tree," Blippi exclaimed, his heart full of joy. It was truly a Christmas adventure they would never forget. The group stayed there, sharing stories and planning more adventures, knowing they had created a memory to last a lifetime. In the town of Radiator Springs, everyone was excited because it was Boxing Day, a special day following Christmas filled with fun, racing, and camaraderie. Lightning McQueen, the sleek red race car and the pride of Radiator Springs, was especially thrilled. He had something special planned with his best pals, Tomato, Sally Carrera, and the wise old Doc Hudson. The day started with Lightning zooming across the dusty plains, his engine purring like a content kitten. "Today's going to be amazing," he revved excitedly to Mater, who nodded with his tow hook jangling. "Yep, never seen this place so revved up," Mater exclaimed. Lightning had planned a Boxing Day race, not just any race, but a race filled with unexpected twists and obstacles. The course was prepared with never-seen-before ramps made from old haystacks and tires. It was rumored that a surprise detour through the canyon had been added. As the racers lined up, Sally whispered, "This isn't just a race, it's a chance to have a great time with friends," smiling through her sleek blue paint. And so the countdown began. 3, 2, 1, and off they zoomed, engines roaring like an orchestra of race cars. But in the middle of the race, they encountered a sudden obstacle. A family of turtles had wandered onto the track, completely oblivious to the high-speed event around them. "Quit thinking, Mater yelled. We gotta park it." And with skilled coordination, the cars carefully herded the turtles to safety. After ensuring the turtles were safe, the racers continued, hearts full of joy and engines filled with laughter. Doc Hudson smiled. Sometimes the best victories are the ones off the track. At the finish line, they all crossed together, demonstrating that the real victory was teamwork and friendship. As the sun set over Radiator Springs, Lightning McQueen and his friends celebrated with a big Boxing Day feast. They relived their exciting day, and as everyone took a moment to reflect, they realized that the spirit of Boxing Day wasn't just about racing, but about coming together, helping others, and celebrating friendship. That night, the entire town knew Boxing Day had become an even more special tradition. And under the starlit sky, Radiator Springs slept peacefully, knowing they had made wonderful memories to last a lifetime. Once upon a time, in a colorful world filled with fun and curiosity, there lived a friendly and energetic character named Blippi. With his bright orange suspenders, blue shirt, and signature blue and orange hat, Blippi was always ready for a new adventure. One sunny morning, Blippi woke up with excitement bubbling in his heart. "It's Boxing Day," he exclaimed, leaping out of bed. What a perfect day to learn something new about boxes and maybe even do a little boxing. Blippi wanted to explore everything about boxes, from their different shapes and sizes to what they could hold inside. So he hopped on his shiny, red scooter and zoomed off to his first stop, the gigantic box factory. As he arrived, he was greeted by an enormous array of boxes, some as tiny as a teacup and others as big as a car. "Wow, look at these," Blippi marveled, carefully examining each one. The factory manager, a kind bear named Mr. Buzzle, explained how boxes are made and what materials they're made from. After learning so much about boxes, Blippi headed to his next adventure, the boxing gym. Inside, he met Coach Sparky, a wise old owl who had been a boxing champion when he was younger. "Hello, Blippi, ready to learn some basic punches?" asked Coach Sparky. "I sure am," replied Blippi eagerly. With Coach Sparky's guidance, Blippi put on a pair of soft boxing gloves and began to learn the art of boxing. He practiced jabs, hooks, and even a little footwork, feeling stronger and more confident with each move. By the end of the day, Blippi felt proud of his discoveries and new skills. He had learned it all about the wonderful world of boxes and even took his first steps into boxing. Boxing Day was a blast, and I can't wait to share what I've learned with my friends," he said triumphantly as he rode home on his scooter, imagining all the fun stories he could tell. And so Blippi proved once more that every day is an adventure, and there's always something new to learn. With a big smile and a joyous heart, Blippi looked forward to his next exciting expedition. In the colorful land of evergreen meadows, where everything was always lush and lively, lived a group of 6 furry friends. There was Benny the brave bunny, Sally the wise squirrel, Timmy the tiny turtle, Lucy the cheerful chick, Ollie the curious owl, and Pia the playful puppy. They had a wonderful friendship that was as timeless as the rolling meadows around them. As the year 2024 rolled to an end, the friends gathered around the old oak tree for their annual tradition, setting New Year's resolutions. Each one of them had an idea of what they wished to achieve in the year ahead, dreams that sparkled brighter than the stars above. Benny, with his twitching nose and bounding energy, was the first to speak. "Next year, I wish to discover all the secret pathways through the forest. I'll become the bravest explorer," Sally nodded, sharing her own plan. "I resolve to gather every acorn from the highest branches. I shall count each one as I do, to help keep the harvest full and plentiful for everyone." Timmy, slow but thoughtful, raised his tiny head. "I want to swim across the sun-kissed Lake Geneva. It feels like a big world to cross alone, but I am ready to take my time and explore it all," he said with determination. Lucy flapped her wings with excitement. "I promise to help guide the youngest chicks in our meadow. I'll teach them the best songs to sing when the spring arrives," she chirped gleefully. Ollie, with wise and pondering eyes, hooted softly. "I shall read all the old stories beneath this fairy tree and share the lessons with everyone who wants to listen. Knowledge will light our way." Last came Pia, who never stopped wagging her tail. "I vow to make sure everyone stays smiling. I'll fetch every lost stick and chase every shadow, making sure no one ever feels left out." The friends laughed and cheered for each other's dreams, their resolutions as genuine and heartfelt as their friendship. As the gentle snow began to fall, they made promises not just to themselves, but to one another. They promised to support and help keep these resolutions alive throughout the new year. Together, they knew they could conquer anything. And so, hand in hand, paw in paw, wing to paw, they look forward to greeting 2025 with open hearts and endless adventures.
New Year joy is all around. Balloons flying with a cheer.
Once upon a time, in the delightful town of Jumping Meadows, Peppa Pig and her friends eagerly awaited Christmas. This year, they had a very special plan. Instead of just waiting for Santa to bring gifts, Peppa, George, Susie Sheep, and Danny Dog decided to embark on an exciting Christmas adventure of their own. Peppa woke up with a big smile, bouncing up and down as she whispered to George, "It's finally adventure day. Are you ready?" George nodded, clutching his toy dinosaur, ready for any adventure they might face. They donned their warm scarves and hats, for outside, the world was painted white with freshly fallen snow. As the four friends met up in the town square, the air buzzed with excitement. Susie Sheep suggested, "Let's find the magical Christmas star that grants wishes. I heard it's somewhere near Marathon Hill." Danny Dog barked with excitement and said, "And we can have a snowball fight on the way." Together, they set off towards Marathon Hill, their boots crunching in the snow. The adventure was filled with giggles and cheer as they made snow angels and crafted the biggest snowman Jumping Meadows had ever seen. But as the afternoon sun began to dip behind the trees, they remembered their mission. "Look!" Peppa squealed, pointing towards the sky. There, twinkling brightly, was a magical Christmas star. The friends ran towards it, hearts full of hope and eyes gleaming with wonder. Reaching the top of Marathon Hill, they found the star nestled atop a glowing evergreen tree. Holding hands, they closed their eyes and made their Christmas wish. As they opened their eyes, the star twinkled even brighter, casting a warm glow over them. The magical moment was filled with joy as they each imagined waking up to a Christmas morning full of love and surprises. With their mission complete and hearts full, Peppa and her friends slid down the hill, laughing all the way home. As they snuggled at Peppa's house, sipping hot cocoa, Peppa said, "This was the best adventure ever. Let's do it again next year." Her friends nodded in agreement, already dreaming of what the next Christmas adventure might hold. And so, under the starlit sky and gently falling snow, Peppa Pig and her friends settled in for a cozy Christmas Eve, knowing the joy of adventure and friendship was the best gift of all.